So what brings you out here today?
Family of immigrants.
Your family of immigrants? Why carry the Mexican flag?
Because we're proud of where we came from. But they came here for the American dream. Doesn't mean we forgot our roots.
So why not carry the American flag?
Are they attacking Americans?
What's that?
Are they attacking Americans?
Who's attacking who?
ICE.
ICE? You think they're attacking? They're going after people that are here illegally, no matter what country they're from.
Exactly. We're from Mexico.
Yeah. So do you want America to be more like Mexico?
I want America to be equal. And not
to be equal?
Yes.
So do you think there's a difference between America and Mexico?
Yeah, different country, of course.
What makes the difference?
What makes the difference?
Yeah.
A lot of things, the currency, the language,
Yeah.
I don't think, I want it to be equal. I don't want anyone to be targeted for the color of skin or their ethnicity.
But they're just being targeted based upon the legality, aren't they? Whether or not they're here legally or not?
But it's not like that. That's what they want. I mean, they say it's all criminals.
Yeah, so tell me, I mean, are they getting American citizens or are they going after people that are here illegally?
I seen an instance where a woman in Chicago was deported after she was doing it the legal way.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, she came here with the work visa, she came here with the green card, all that. They still sent her back.
All right, guys, so we got to talk about a story that I take no pleasure in covering because, honestly, we should never see these types of stories in the United States of America where you have people taking down the American flag and waving the flag of some other country, okay? This is something that we've seen a lot over the past 4 years or so with the pro-Palestine riots, okay? You see them taking down the American flag and putting up the pro-Palestine flag or the Palestinian flag or whatever you want to call it. They also love to fly the Ukraine flag in Congress. I see the Israeli flag. I see more of other countries' flags than the American flag nowadays. And the new flag that we're starting to see a lot here is the Mexican flag, okay? The Mexican flag is everywhere because you have the woke activists that are boohoo, whining, and crying over the mass deportations led by President Trump and Tom Homan, okay? So they're waving the Mexico flag as they beg ICE not to deport them back to a country that they love. I've never even seen anything like it, right? To me, it's extremely fascinating stuff. But hey, there's a lot of cognitive dissonance in these movements. This is why you have queers for Palestine, right? And then these are the same people that get upset when President Trump says, hey, I want to clear out Gaza. And it's like, well, hey, the queers might actually be able to visit Gaza now, okay? I'm just saying, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff I don't get. I don't understand about the woke activists being upset with things that the Trump administration has suggested. So with that being said, we got to cover this story about a woman who was arrested out in California for raising a Mexican flag at Hart Park. Okay, this is out in Kern County. Let's watch this.
We begin tonight with your 17 Crime Watch. A local woman under arrest this hour accused of tearing down the American flag at Hart Park and raising the national flag of Mexico in its place. The arrest caught on camera.
You're not going to tell me what to do. This is Mexican land.
Oh, okay.
Look at that flag because that flag isn't on the floor, is it?
Hey.
Is it?
Hey.
You can't say I'm disrespecting. No, esta es mi tierra. Esta es mi tierra. Esta es mi tierra.
Come here.
Okay, my people.
Turn around.
I'm going in peace and you're hurting me and you're going to regret it when you... Okay. Hey. Touch me, my... When you're squishing my hand and they're already...
Wow. For every threat that she just made towards those police officers, that should be 10 years in prison, right? For everyone. Not only is it bad that she took down the American flag, which is disrespectful, and then raised the Mexican flag in a park, she also threatened the officers multiple times. Yeah, 50 years, right? 50 years minimum.
No.
Or who knows? Maybe candidates like this, people like this, their prime candidates to be deported to El Salvador, right? I want to do El Salvador. Do they take women as well too? Okay. Do they allow women in the men's prison? Right? Do they allow that? Because this type of behavior in the United States of America, overt disrespect towards our country, our law enforcement, I think it warrants that type of punishment. I'm just saying, I think it's reasonable to ask, whether or not this would be an appropriate deportation to El Salvador. Who knows? She'll definitely like El Salvador better than the United States. El Salvador much closer in regards to, culture, the way of life and stuff like that to Mexico than the United States. So who knows?
Take me.
Stop her.
Take me. Take me. Take me.
Take her down.
Take me.
Get on the ground. She's all right. We'll get her.
Stick my and you're gonna pay.
All this happening this morning around 9:30. The Kern County Sheriff's Office says 24-year-old Crystal Aguilar cut the chain securing the flagpole at the entrance to the park, removed the American flag, threw it into the mud, and replaced it with the flag of Mexico.
Wow.
When park rangers attempted to detain Aguilar, she responded with a slew of threats. She was taken into custody and booked into jail on several charges, including threatening a peace officer, vandalism, and resisting arrest.
Yeah, so there's a video going viral right now that I think perfectly sums up how a lot of people in this country are feeling about these individuals. Like this woman we just saw that loves Mexico so much. It's such a great place. It's an amazing place. I think this video here from Cat Williams perfectly kind of sums up how most Americans feel about those individuals.
Because I'm saying, you think I'm just in Mexico and I'm defending America. Because are you Mexican? Do you know where Mexico is? No, this ain't Mexico. It used to be Mexico, and now it's Phoenix, goddammit. Country. If you love another country more than you love America, motherfucker, then get to step into that. So if you love Mexico, bitch, get the over there. And as for my Mexican American homies,
Yeah, I think that summarizes how a lot of people are feeling right now, right? Those are the type of vibes that I think most people in this country are on when it comes to these individuals waving the Mexican flag, waving another country's flag, while protesting against being sent back to a country that they claim they love, right? It's amazing stuff. So anyways, you have the local media out in LA, in California. They're trying to justify waving another country's flag on our soil, right, in protest. And I think the arguments that this person is making here, are pretty nonsensical. So without further ado, let's get into it.
So let's get to your column. You pose a question that a lot of people might be thinking: why wave the flag of another country and not the U.S.? And how will that win hearts and the hearts and minds of opponents? Let's talk about the two sides of that argument and what the tricolor flag represents in this particular debate.
Obviously, when people see an immigrant rights rally and see a flag that is not the American flag, there's a incongruity there. Like, why on earth are you not waving the American flag? But as I write in the column, the sad reality is over, the past decades, you have seen the American right wrap themselves in the American flag, point at children of undocumented immigrants like myself, like so many people that I know, and say, this flag is not you, you are scum, and those are nice ways of putting it. What are these students going to do except wrap themselves in the flag of something that they have pride in? Now, do I agree with that? No. I think,
well, what you would do if you had common sense is that you say, no, we're just as American as you are. Now, again, when it comes to anchor babies, right, the children of undocumented immigrants, I personally think that the current interpretation of the 14th Amendment is incorrect, right? I do not think that birthright citizenship should be the quote-unquote law of the land. So, it is what it is. But I'm not one of these individuals that think that, anybody is less than I am because, I don't believe that they should just be given American citizenship for being born here to undocumented immigrants. But regardless, the point is that if you want to stay, if your whole thing is about staying and how you are American, okay, then you should probably, act American, okay? Actually, protest in a way that shows the country that, hey, we're Americans, we want to stay here, we love this country just like you do. But that's not the message. The message is actually that America's bad, America's racist, screw America. We love Mexico, we love these other countries, but yeah, we don't want to go back, which makes zero sense.
Everyone should be waving the American flag. On the other hand, though, even if they wave the American flag, I do not see the minds of people who are adamantly opposed, not just to illegal immigration, but the idea of a takeover by Latinos of the United States, to have their minds change, our hearts for that matter. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Gustavo, you also write about your own personal journey surrounding the flag, saying you were yourself once a doubter. What led you to change your stance?
Yeah, I mean, covering this, for 30 years now, living it. So I started with this in 1994. That was, of course, the year of Proposition 187, the ballot initiative that sought to make life miserable for undocumented people and their children, and which passed heavily in California. And I just remember on a local news, probably Channel 5, now that I think of it, in Fullerton, there was a protest, and you had an older African-American gentleman cheering on the students, but telling them, hey, wave the American flag, not the Mexican flag. They started ridiculing him, and on air, he said, you know what? I was against Prop 187, but if this is what it's going to lead to, I'm going to be for that. So that always stuck with me. But as I saw, say, the protests of 2006, until the George Floyd protest, the largest protest ever in LA history, as I saw this, the immigrant rights movement change, those people who are waving the flags, they're novices, they're neophytes, if you will, to the movement. You need an easy way to get them excited. And if that's waving the Mexican flag, I guarantee you those people are then going to be channeled into more constructive ways of bettering this country. Again, it's at the end of the day, it's a piece of cloth. It's a flag. Maybe I'm too much like Samuel Johnson and thinking that patriotism is last refuge of a scoundrel. But hey, if that's what's going to get those kids out there, go for it.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Again, if you're motivated by hating America or believing that some other country is a better country than America, that to me is probably a sign that, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't be here, right? Maybe this ain't the country for you if that's how you feel, right? If that is what is motivating these students. Regardless, I'm not sure if them waving the American flag will make me disagree with mass deportations, but who knows? At the very least, it will make their protests ideologically consistent, right? Because right now, there is no consistency in regards to what they're showing versus what they're asking for. So when you look at it that way, it's like, okay, well, who knows? Maybe them waving the American flag will help them get more sympathy from some people, but not really for me. I know one thing, them waving the American flag guarantees that they're going to receive a lot less sympathy overall. And in fact, it's probably going to motivate a lot of people to agree with more mass deportations, okay? Because we're seeing how many people in this country actually don't like this country, okay? They like other countries better. They love other countries better. And it's like, okay, well, if that's how you feel, then yeah, again, maybe America's not for you. What I know is that if I lived in another country, okay, outside of America, I would not be in their country waving the American flag, trying to get them to change, right? Trying to tell them how to be more like America or more like another country that I fled, right? That is not how I would operate in another country. If I move to somebody else's country, best believe I am assimilating, okay? I'm going to learn the culture. I'm going to be respectful of the culture, the people. I'm going to assimilate. I'm going to become more like them, because otherwise, why did you move to that country, right? If you didn't want to be more like the people there, right? It doesn't make sense. And that's what I don't understand about these people coming into the United States. You come into the United States and you try to bring your foreign country to the United States instead of assimilating to our culture, our way of life, our values, and what the natives want and vote for, right? And respecting that for what it is. If you can't do that, then again, maybe America is not for you, okay? Nobody would support an American going to some other country and trying to make it more like America. I mean, our military has tried to do that, right? Our government has tried to do that. It has failed. And a vast majority of the American people, the American First Movement actually is about, hey, let's stop trying to make other countries America, right? Let's let other countries do them, right? And we're going to be us. And that's it, right? I mean, that actually is one of the foundational aspects of the America First Movement. Hey, Other people can be other people. We're going to be us. We're not trying to make you more like us, okay? And that's it, right? It is what it is. But if you're blessed enough to come here, to be in this country, in our country, then you need to assimilate, right? You need to be more like us. But otherwise, if that's not what you want to do, then, again, maybe this country's not for you. It's really that simple. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.